When you think about Legally Blonde, what's the first thing that comes into your mind? Is it Reese Witherspoon's Elle Woods arriving at Harvard wearing a pink leather skirt suit? Her waltzing into a university party dressed like a Playboy bunny? Her teaching a bunch of beauticians how to do the bend and snap? Or could it be that the thing you remember is that it's a story of how a stereotypically blonde woman uses her sexuality to beat a board of old white men at their own game? That she gets into one of the world's most prestigious law schools in order to win her boyfriend back, and as a result, accidentally spawned one of the most underrated feminist icons in the history of teen movies? While Legally Blonde is perhaps not the first movie that springs to mind when considering feminism, there are a number of reasons why you could think of it as such. Because seriously, whoever said Legally Blonde isn't a feminist film was seriously disturbed. Okay, so before you scream "liar" and throw a box of chocolates at the screen, let's look at the title of the film first. In those two little words, you're automatically prepped for the film's content. They let you know that this is a movie that will take the intellectual stereotypes surrounding blonde sorority girls with daddy's plastic and challenge them. And not only that, it will consciously take a fun, unconventional feminist approach in doing so. Woods, Elle is far from the standard Harvard law student, which is apparent from the reactions of literally everyone she encounters. After all, she's supposedly a Marilyn and not a Jackie. Yet she pays her preconceptions no heed and ends up graduating with honors. What, like it's hard? Even her professor, Ms. Stromwell, who's initially super judgy toward Elle, can be found getting her hair did at Neptune's Beauty Nook, which shows to young women that being successful in an academic position doesn't mean foregoing your femininity. You can be feminist, secured in a high-powered position, and still be first runner-up in the Miss Hawaiian Tropics contest. Though her bonehead ex Warner was the initial reason Elle became so determined to get into Harvard, ultimately he became but a footnote on her path to success. As she became more empowered, Elle began to see that Mr. I Got Waitlisted Warner, and Professor Callahan for that matter, time and time again failed to see how valuable Elle Woods can be, and that they were not essential figures in achieving her goals. What's more, Elle's budding romance with Emmett was secondary to her character progression. He was supportive of her goals, providing nudges when needed, but not once did he ever try to put her into the same glitter-coated box everyone else lumped her into. Without moving into an archaic viewpoint that dictates all feminists hate men, Legally Blonde championed the importance of strong female friendships. That horrible preppy girl and pettiness aside, Elle point-blank refuses to break the bonds of sisterhood to reach her goals, and because of that forms strong friendships with strong women who respect one another, even if they weren't all Delta News. All of this, when considering the year Legally Blonde was released, is really quite incredible. The movie poked fun at a time when the majority of teen movies still packaged women up as commodities. And though there were flaws in regards to its diversity, with few exceptions, Legally Blonde championed feminism when the term was still treated with taboo in the mainstream. And it should be recognized and championed for that. Legally Blonde is a lighthearted story of empowerment, ambition, and sticking one to the patriarchy. And for that, we should all drop a pen and bend and snap in celebration of Elle Woods.